emotional dissatisfaction. People see it, particularly where love and relationships are concerned. There's an emotional detachment. Making decisions not from your heart, making decisions from your head. There's a fear of commitment. There's something about like entering into commitment, or maybe your past experiences with commitment inside of love and relationship made you feel like this colorless angel, like it just sucked the life out of you. And so there's this fear, there's what feels like massive confusion to me, where your masculine and your feminine are concerned. Your masculine is refusing to acknowledge your feminine. And when I say feminine, I mean your emotional life. Like your emotions don't go away just because you refuse to acknowledge them, right? They will pop up and drive your bus. You know, especially if you're not aware of them. So just like that, your feminine moves over to your masculine and almost tries to co-opt your masculine. The fact that you have a very strong divine feminine major arcana tarot card showing up for your masculine, and a very strong divine masculine major arcana tarot card showing up for your feminine, just implies to me that there's confusion here. There's a co-opting, there's like a rejection. Hey Pisces, welcome to your Jungian tarot reading for June 2021. Today we're going to take a look at your persona, how the world sees you. We'll take a look at your shadow side. We'll take a look at your feminine aspect, your masculine aspect, and we will also take a look at your true self. So if that interests you, stick around. I've been shuffling your cards off camera. I'm going to give it one last shuffle, split the deck 3 ways, and we'll sync up. Here we go. Pisces. This is your persona, how the world sees you. 9 of Cups. It's in reverse. Wow. Less than optimistic? You know, I feel like the world sees you as a slightly emotionally dissatisfied at the current moment. Less than optimistic. Let's move on. We'll clarify as we move through the reading, but let's look at your shadow. 4 of Wands. Ooh, interesting. I'm thinking about the different interpretations that vary from deck to deck. In the Ryder Waite deck, 4 of Wands means celebration, and you can see these women are celebrating. It also means commitment. It means taking something to the next level, particularly where love and relationship is concerned. 4 of Wands in the Mother Peace deck means similarly moving from one phase of development to the next and celebrating those transitions, those life transitions. So having the 4 of Wands in your shadow might speak to a lack of recognition where your development is concerned, where transitions in your life are concerned. It also might mean just a straight up lack of a refusal to celebrate those milestones. We'll clarify. Your feminine aspect, holy shit, the Emperor. A little confused. The Emperor showed up in your feminine aspect, and I shouldn't say, are you a little confused? That's kind of silly. But the Emperor is divine masculine showing up in your feminine side, on your feminine side. You might have a bit of a challenge getting connected to your feminine aspect, to those feminine energies. The fact that the divine masculine is showing up for your divine feminine is indicating that maybe there is a bit of a challenge there in being soft, being gentle, being receptive, being emotional, feeling your emotions. Look at this Emperor and the way he's crossing his arms and looking off to the side, not making direct eye contact. It's like, nope. He feels hard and stubborn, and he's standing in place of your divine feminine. Fantastic. For your masculine, we have the High Priestess. What the hell is going on here, Pisces? Wow. There's a little bit of, there's a switch up here. I wanted to use the word confusion again. I'm not quite sure that's what it is, but there's you're flipped. You're flipped where it comes to your feminine and masculine sides. The High Priestess coming up in the position of your masculine. The High Priestess is all about receptivity. It's that passive, intuitive power. It's very feminine. But it's not feminine in the way that the Empress is feminine. It's not worldly. It's not 3D. It's not tangible. It's not practical. You can't see it, taste it, touch it. It's very cool and reasonable and mental. The High Priestess showing up in the position of your masculine. Let's move forward through this reading and we'll clarify for sure, because I am very interested in this flip here. Okay, in the position of your true self, we have the Eight of Cups. There's something about wanting to stay on the surface. And there is a bit of a stuckness here. I feel like there is a reluctance to go, now you are Pisces, and so you're super watery. There is a depth, an emotional depth that you bring. And so I find it really curious that you have the Eight of Cups in reverse. In this particular deck, it means really being in your feels, going deep emotionally, and just like there's an assessment of your emotional state here in this card. In the reverse, it's a tendency to avoid that type of inquiry, that type of assessment, that type of emotional exploration, and wanting to stay on the surface with things. This is your true self. Wow. Okay. So, hijinks aside, I know I did a lot of laughing through the first part of that reading. Sometimes the tarot just cracks me up. Let's look at the Nine of Cups that came up in reverse for how the world sees you, because right now you may be coming off as slightly emotionally disappointed or dissatisfied, like focusing more on your complaints than the negative rather than the positive aspects. And this again has to do with emotions. It's the cups, the suit of cups. You know, in the upright, the Nine of Cups is a wonderful card to get because it's the wish card. Make a wish now, because the chances of it manifesting are great. There's a removal from a removal. There's a distance. There's a distance between you and your understanding where it comes to manifesting what it is that you want. So show me more about the Nine of Cups in the reverse here for something flipped up for Pisces. Tripping out that the Emperor showed up for your feminine and the High Priestess showed up for your masculine. It could be that you have, well, it could be that you have some confusion here, but it also could be that you have a rounded out feminine and masculine sides. Show me more about the Nine of Cups in reverse for Pisces. Okay, we'll take it. Ooh. Lovers. This is feeling like a temporary state. Like this is the Nine of Cups in reverse is how the world is seeing you right now. This feels like something that you might be going through. Like if you experience some sort of emotional disappointment, or the world sees you as being dissatisfied in some way, not having things go your way. And I feel like it's because of this, excuse me. I feel like it's because of this, possibly a love relationship, a soulmate connection. Tell me more. Oops. Gosh, these cards are acting weird today. They're clumpy and sticky. I just saw the Emperor again. It could be an emotional dissatisfaction around matters of love, matters of the heart, love and relationship. That's how the world sees you. King of Swords. Could be with a personality like the King of Swords, somebody who's very decisive, judgmental, rational, reasonable, logical. Could be involved in the military, the justice system, the legal system. There's an emotional detachment here. This could be being left out in the cold or feeling emotionally detached. The world sees you as unlucky in love, emotionally disappointed, dissatisfied. At this present moment, I feel like, again, like this is a temporary thing. This isn't speaking to like who you are, but, and also sort of detached emotionally. Rational, logical, reasonable, possibly where it comes to matters of love. And then we have the Four of Wands coming out here for your shadow side, Pisces. I'm going to get this off the table. Celebration, marking those transitions in your life with celebration, with ritual, with ceremony, commitment, taking it to the next level. There may be an issue here around commitment, since we have all of this like love and relationship interpretation coming up for your persona, how the world sees you. Your shadow aspect, commitment, taking it to the next level, moving from one phase of the relationship or the development to another is a challenge. Tell me more about the Four of Wands, please. In the position of your shadow. It could be because, yes, here we go. World. The world is about moving from one phase of development to the next, you know, that evolution, that progress, progressing to the point of completion, right? So that you can evolve and transcend. There's a challenge here where commitment is concerned and completion is concerned. Tell me more about the shadow, please. You know what? Let's work with the dark mirror. I like this deck, especially for shadow work. I was going to say something about your masculine and feminine sides here. I wonder if that's what the confusion is about. Like you got to get your feminine, your masculine and your feminine sides sort of like sorted out. They're showing up in the place of the other. It's weird. I can't. We'll clarify. Maybe that'll help me figure out what's up with this. Tell me more about the shadow, please. This fear of commitment, fear of transitioning, fear of evolving. Here we go. Colorless angel. I don't know what the hell that means. But it is a 10. 10s are about completion. See this light and this dark. There's a steed in the background of this image, a black stallion. There's something about having like the life sucked out of you, like feeling like you're lifeless. This is the shadow. I feel like there's a fear around commitment, moving from one phase of development to the next. These life transitions, or like, I feel like it has to do with the love and relationship, a fear of commitment. It has something to do with culmination and with completion, like fear even of completing the cycle. That it's going to take the life out of you. Like it's going to steal something from you in terms of your life force. That's steep. Okay, let's look at the Emperor in the position of your feminine. Why is the Emperor here? A refusal to connect with your feminine, your feminine aspect. Tell me more about the Emperor, please. Showing up in the position of the divine feminine. Yeah, two sides, distorted. Juggling, two sides, distorted. It's in the reverse. That's why I use the word distorted. Restricted, constrained, limited. There's again, I keep using that word, confusion. Pisces, if this reading is resonating, please leave a comment below and let me know how it is. Also, hit the like button. It helps other people to see the reading. If you leave a comment and you're interested in a free personal reading, I will put your name in the hat for that. I'm drawing names on June 20th. I'll announce the winner on my community tab on my YouTube channel. So tell me more about this masculine aspect here. Two sides. It's like a decision, it's a choice, it's like a distortion, flip side of the same coin. High Priestess. Wow, yeah, dude. I feel like there's a lot of confusion and distortion around your feminine and masculine sides here. We have the High Priestess that came up for your masculine. We have the High Priestess in reverse that came up for your feminine. And the very fact that the Emperor is showing up for your feminine and the High Priestess is showing up for your masculine just indicates to me that there's a bleed and some confusion around your feminine and masculine sides. There's rejection. It's happening. It's like you reject your feminine. And so your feminine tries to like assume the masculine. There's rejection of both feminine and masculine. There could be issues with mom, with dad, that have never been quite sorted out. That's beyond my skill level. That's beyond my pay grade to discuss. I am not a licensed therapist or counselor. I'm not saying that you need to see a counselor. I'm just saying it's just feeling a little bit out of my scope at the moment. Okay, well, let's look into the masculine. We have the High Priestess showing up in the place of your masculine. Tell me more. Tell me more about the masculine aspect of Pisces, please. Something flip up? Yeah. Three of Pentacles. Collaboration around something real. This is speaking to me again of relationship. There's a love and relationship commitment theme that is weaving through your reading right now in terms of your persona and your shadow, and now bleeding over into your masculine. There's something about collaboration, building something real here with your masculine. It's like your masculine wants to collaborate and make something real. Real. You can see it, taste it, touch it, feel it, hear it. Real. But there's confusion here with your feminine, connecting to your feminine. Okay, wow. That's a lot. Let's read all of it. Page of Cups, transformation, death, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, your masculine has a lot to say here, wanting to come forward with an offer of love, wanting to take action on love. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. Wanting to collaborate, wanting to make it real. Speaking to me. Again, we did have the Page of Pentacles here. Wanting to make it real. I want to offer you something real. There's transformation inside of this somehow for your masculine side. Really focusing on it. How do I do this? Studying it. Working on it. There's a lot of action here around your masculine side. Of course, the High Priestess shows up for your masculine. There's still confusion here where I think particularly where your feminine aspect is concerned. There's kind of a rejection of your feminine aspect. Could just be a rejection of your emotions. I do see in the position of yourself wanting to keep it on the surface, emotionally wanting to keep it on the surface, or having a tendency to keep it on the surface. And again, a turning away. This is showing up in your feminine. A turning away from the feminine aspect. And so it's like shuttles itself over to the masculine. Because that's where the acceptance is, right? More acceptance, at least. Look, High Priestess, High Priestess. This shows up in the reverse for your feminine. It's like your feminine aspect tries to co-opt your masculine aspect. Or tries to blend with your masculine aspect because there's rejection over here where the feminine is concerned. And when I say feminine, I mean emotions and intuition. That's what's popping up for me. The feminine represents a lot, but that's primarily what's popping up for me. There's something here about commitment, particularly where love and relationship is concerned. Like you feel like it's going to if you engage in a commitment, it's going to suck the life out of you. Colorless Angel. There could be an underlying fear of commitment that affects your relationships, and it also affects how the world perceives you. The world perceives you as being somewhat dissatisfied in love and relationship and with your emotions, and also emotionally detached. Pisces, what the heck? Okay, tell me about this Eight of Cups in reverse and the position of your true self, by the way. Your masculine wants to move forward here where love and relationship is concerned in terms of making a love offer. We have the Page of Cups coming forward with some sort of communication or offer, wanting to make something real, a real offer in love. And then the Knight of Cups, yes, taking action on the way that you feel. It's like your feminine has more agency where your masculine is concerned, as opposed to where the feminine is concerned. These different aspects. There's transformation here for you, where love and relationship is concerned. But the fear is real, dude. Okay. Eight of Cups in reverse for yourself. Tell us more about the Eight of Cups. About your true self. You know, the Eight of Cups in the traditional deck, the Ryder Waite deck, is walking away from something that you built that brought you emotional fulfillment, making the decision to move on from it. In the reverse, I often read that as just sort of being stuck, feeling stuck, or actually being stuck, unable to move on. Yeah. There's something to be sorted out here where your feminine is concerned. This feels like a real disdain for emotion, for emotional, going deep with your emotions, for feeling your emotions. Got the King of Swords out here. Like if anybody is like removed from their emotions, it's the King of Swords. Wow, got a lot that came out here. Oh, we have the Eight of Cups that came out. Look at this. Eight of Cups came out to clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there is some sort of issue here with which way do I go? How do I move forward? Do I move on? Do I stay? Do I move on? Do I stay? There are shallow waters here. Look at how this person is walking alongside shallow waters. There's a fear about emotional depth, a reluctance to engage with emotions. Magician in reverse. Not having the tools, energy, or the resources you need to make something happen, to manifest something into reality. Somebody might be very well recognized, might have a lot of eyes on them, might be celebrated in some way, if that's you or somebody else around you. There's independence here. Recognized for their independence. Again, we have the Three of Cups. Did that come out for you? Or was that a different reading? That must have been a different reading. There's some sort of reconciliation, reunion, some sort of celebration. Could be a third party thing here. This is feeling more like a temporary situation or reading. Like this is what's like a contextual, like this is what's happening in your life right now, as opposed to some of the other Jungian readings, which really felt a little bit more global and universal. Not universal, more global. This feels like situations and context. Needing to break free of some sort of like mental prison, some limiting belief systems that you have here. Let me just recap. There's a lot here, Pisces. There's an emotional dissatisfaction and people see it. People see that you're kind of dissatisfied, particularly where love and relationships are concerned. There's an emotional detachment. I feel like it's coming out on the part of you. Particularly where love and relationships are concerned. Like wanting to maintain this perspective where love and relationships happen in your life of one of logical, reasonable detachment, making decisions not from your heart, making decisions from your head. There's a fear of commitment, taking a relationship or moving from one phase of development to another, making those transitions, fear of taking it to the next level. There's something about like entering into commitment, or maybe your past experiences with commitment inside of love and relationship made you feel like this colorless angel, like it just sucked the life out of you. And so there's this fear, there's what feels like massive confusion to me, where your masculine and your feminine are concerned. Your masculine is refusing to acknowledge your feminine. And when I say feminine, I mean your emotional life. Just an outright refusal to engage with any sort of emotional depth. It's a distortion. And it's almost like your feminine, because your feminine is not going to go away. Like your emotions don't go away just because you refuse to acknowledge them, right? They they will pop up and drive your bus, you know, especially if you're not aware of them. So just like that, your feminine moves over to your masculine and almost tries to co-opt your masculine. Here we have the high priestess that came up in reverse for your feminine and the high priestess that came up in the upright for your masculine. The fact that you have a very strong divine feminine major arcana tarot card showing up for your masculine and a very strong divine masculine major arcana tarot card showing up for your feminine just implies to me that there's confusion here. There's a co-opting, there's like a rejection. And so your feminine moves over to your masculine here and says, well, maybe I can have an effect over here. Your masculine, there's a lot that is going on for your masculine aspect, a lot that they want to offer in terms of love. They want to offer something real. They want to take action on their emotions, the way that they feel in terms of love and relationship. There's transformation here. And there's a dedication, like a real study, like how do I do this? This is a lot, guys. There's a desire to collaborate and to turn your relationships into something real, to like make something real here. So there's a lot of activity, a lot that your masculine has to say. And I say masculine / feminine because it feels like your feminine is like, well, this is where I can have the most impact, is on the masculine side, because I'm rejected where I should naturally be. 8 of Cups in reverse showing up for your true self. It just implies that there's a desire to stay at the surface where your emotions are concerned. Somebody may be recognized for their independence. Where the heck is that card? Oh, here it is. Sorry, I was looking at it the whole time. Somebody feels successful when they're independent. They feel more like, you might be well known for your independent streak. It might, you might, sorry. You feel more comfortable, more successful as a person when you are independent. And again, there's this wanting to stay at the surface emotionally. Look at this. This came up twice. This person is walking along very shallow waters, walking away from their cups. Cups are the suit of emotions, walking away from their emotions. Alongside very shallow waters, a refusal to go deep with your emotions. Pisces, wow. This is a pretty intense reading. Let me know if it resonated. I'm really curious. I'm wishing you the best in June. Take good care.